Alright, welcome to Greg's Maker Corner. In this video series, I'm going to be talking about how I built this Voron 0.2 from mostly new parts, but maybe a mix of some old parts from my original Voron 0.1. You may have already seen my Voron 0.1 series, and this is meant to be a refresh of that. This video should apply regardless if you're building a new Voron from scratch or maybe wanting to tear down and do a complete rebuild. But either way, I had a lot of fun building this. There are some really cool features on here, like I'm using a CAN bus tool head, so I will go through step by step on how to set that up as well. But overall, this is a fairly stock Voron 0.2. I'd also like to give a shout out to my sponsor, Boxy Prints, who sponsored the parts for this build. I also couldn't do this project without all the help from my subscribers and people who have supported me in the community. Thanks again for watching my videos and encouraging me to continue the process. So I'm going to start off by going through the components I plan on using for this build. I'm not going to cover all of them, but I'll highlight a lot of them. So this is not a completely new build, and at the time of this video there's no kits available for Voron 0.2s. So what I did was I took apart my original Voron 0.1 that was largely a self-source type kit, and what I've done is I've selected some new components like these extrusions over here, which are from DLLPDF, and I've also changed up my part colors. So I've got some parts printed by Boxy Prints, got this orange and blue, and I'll put links to the colors as well as Boxy Prints in the description if you want to check it out. I'm reusing some existing components that I already had, like these MGN7H rails, as well as my power supply here. So this is actually a 100-watt power supply, and it was originally designed for the Voron 0, which used an AC bed. I am going to continue using the AC bed, but there will be a few differences in here compared to what you may be building, but for the most part, it's going to be like for like when you go through the install. I also have the bearings that I pulled off my old one, but you'll have very similar ones. Got some new Gates belts. Another thing I'll be doing differently is this Mellowfly SHT36V2 tool head. So this allows you to use CAN bus. I've also got a Kirigami bed here. So a Kirigami bed, I think, is going to be a nice upgrade and help keep your bed a little more stable. I've got some new fasteners as well. I'm going to use this West 3D V02 fastener kit. I think they do a really nice job on fasteners. Some of the ones I had on my original actually rusted out a little bit, so I needed to replace those anyway. I'm also, because I'm using this this extrusion, it's Misumi, I'm going to be using square nuts and the no drop nut mod. So I would definitely recommend using a variation of this. Sometimes you would use a hex one, whichever fits in your extrusions. These are a little bit thicker because they're kind of like coated. So I found that the square nuts work better with this. I've also got the original Z motor, and I went ahead and upgraded to some step-around line motors for my A and B drives. So these are a little bit bigger, beefier than what I had on before. And then I'm going to use the pancake motor from LDO, which I think is really good, the 36 STH20. So that way, the one I had on there before was the 17 version of this, and it got really hot, so I want to replace that as well. And of course, we got our Raspberry Pi. And there's a few other things that I won't spend a lot of time talking about, but I've got my fans, got my top hat panels. You'll need new ones for a Voron 0.2 build because they're different top hats. And I've also got my bed springs, the Z chain. So not a whole lot of exciting things in here. And of course, another really important part of your build is going to be your hot end. I'm going to be using this Phaetus Dragon, and this is I've had a lot of really good luck with it. I've never had issues. I've also got a V0 display in this bag. The displays are really nice, and I believe they're pretty much considered part of the stock build now. I'm going to use this Big Tree Tech SKR Pico, and this is I've done a video on this on my channel, so if you want to learn more, this is a great board. It's really designed for the Voron 0 and very small, which is nice. I do want to talk a little bit about tools needed as well. I won't go through the entire list, but you are going to need some drivers. I really like these Weha drivers. These are straight drivers, so you're not going to strip out your screws as easily. I've also got these Bondtech drivers, and these are good. These are ball end joint drivers, so these are really nice, but yeah, and they're good for going in at an angle. But I wouldn't use them on the entire build because of the way the head is, it's easier to strip a screw. Depending on how you're going to do your wiring, it's a good idea to have a automatic wire stripper as well. These crimpers are a must-have, the Engineer PA09s, especially if you're going to be crimping any kind of JST or microfit cable. And just general tools like a good pair of scissors, heavy duty, are a must. Pair of pliers, you're probably going to need some of those at some point. You are also going to need a soldering iron with an appropriate heated tip. So this is a little bit different than the one that comes with the LDO kits, which is this tip here. This one's not bad. I find it a little bit more fiddly and bigger, which can sometimes be a problem. But this works good, and you can also adjust the depth. So if you get an LDO kit, you should have that included. But beyond that, that should about be what you're going to need for putting this build together. It's really important to have a nice, clean build area, and even more importantly, is to have a very flat surface. Squaring is super important for any 3D printer build, especially the Voron 0. And in order to get a good square build, you can't rely on a plastic table. Even if it looks like it's flat, you can't rely on a wooden table a lot of times, because there might just be little bows in the wood. So what you really need is something like this tile here. This is ceramic tile off of a coffee table, and that I use outside, like outdoor patio furniture. So it didn't cost me anything to use this, but if you don't have something like this, you could easily go and buy like maybe a 14 by 14 inch tile at your local big box store. Of course, I've also got an iPad here, so this is for me to be able to view the manual while I build. You know, of course, a laptop or something else will do too. And then if you have questions, you can always hop over on the Discord and ask while you're doing your build. As I go through the build video, I'm going to try to make these as efficient and quick as possible. I'm also planning to highlight the section of the manual as I go through the build, so it'll be pretty easy to reference what step you're on. I may not go exactly by the manual for all steps, but for the most part, I'm going to try to do that. If you do have questions and you get stuck during your build, I recommend that you head over to the Voron 0 Questions channel in the Voron Discord. I will provide a link on how to join that if you're not already there. Going to the Discord is definitely going to be a quicker way to get an answer, and there are a lot of people that are willing to help and jump in and answer your question. I also periodically go over there and try to help out and pitch in when I can. You can definitely leave a question in the comments as well for the YouTube channel, but I don't always get those, and sometimes it's difficult for me to respond in a quick and efficient manner. Best of luck on your build, and hopefully this video series will help you. If you do find it useful, as always, I appreciate a like and a subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.